One of the worst feelings you can have in League of Legends is when the game is slipping away from you and you are slowly bleeding out. Your plays are not working out, you are losing objectives, and your team is dying everywhere. And a surrender vote is about to pop up in any second. Everyone hates losing, and from that feeling the question of how do I win from behind pops up, and everyone seeks an answer that could work every time in every game, and the truth is that it doesn't exist. Don't get me wrong, you can still win games from behind, but it's not up to you. Your opponent decides if you win or you lose. If your opponent has a lead and they play perfectly, in theory they should never lose, because the game is pretty easy on paper. You get a lead, you close the game out, you win. That's the blueprint for every League of Legends game. You only win if the opponent makes mistakes during this part of the game. So your question should not be, how do I win from behind? Your question should be, how do I punish mistakes? And that's what this video is about. There are 3 really big mistakes that teams often make when they are in a winning position. After watching this video, you will recognize them more often and you will understand how to punish them. First mistake, equal trades with objectives. When you are in a winning position, you want to get objectives on the map. That's how you win and close the game out. You want Dragon, Herald and Towers, because those are the main objectives. If you move to Dragon or Herald as 4 or 5 people, you leave the rest of the map completely open to the enemy team, and you allow the enemy team to make a trade. If I am on the losing side, I'm constantly thinking of what I can trade for that Dragon. Can I take this tower as a solo laner? Can I invade and take enemy camps as a jungler? Can I get a minion wave or 2 as an AD carry? Or can I get a deep ward or clear vision as a support? I need to get something back as punishment for the winning team going to Dragon as 4 or 5 people. The worst thing you can do when you are in a winning position is to trade objectives. You are in the lead. You should not trade anything. Everything should belong to you. Maybe you don't need 4 or 5 people on Dragon. The jungler could probably do it himself. Maybe someone should be defending the towers or pushing out lanes or removing vision from the losing team. You can trade later on for big objectives like Dragon Soul or Baron, because those are usually game ending. But if you have a lead, you should never allow your opponent to get something for free. Same works with leads in the laning phase. Let's say you have Nasus versus Renekton. Renekton wins early and he gets a lead. Nasus is playing safe under tower, but he has half HP. Renekton dives and kills the Nasus, but he dies as well. Is it worth it? No, because they traded kills. Nasus is now one step closer to outscaling Renekton, and Renekton's early lead is now gone and he's now behind. This happens every game in Low Elo, which leads to mistake number 2, not abusing shutdown gold and XP. When you get a kill on someone who's higher level than you get more XP for that kill as a reward. That helps you in a massive way to get back into the game, because there's so much gold value in the stats you get every time from leveling up. You get HP, AD, armor, magic resist, attack speed, and it all adds up. Oftentimes, you will notice that a person that is really fed in-game is playing to get more kills, not to win. This is really common with assassins, AD carries and bruisers. They are not closing the game out, they are playing to have fun. Getting kills is fun, and the more the better. But sometimes they overpush it and they get low during a fight and they die, because they don't know their limits. Because they are ahead, they have longer death timers, they give away more XP, and they often have shutdown gold on them. Now they are dead, you get to push minions, you can take towers, and you are now making a comeback. Not because you are doing something special, but you are looking for enemy mistakes and you are ready to punish them. That's why it's important to build correctly, and most people have this backwards. When they are ahead, they build more damage, and when they are behind, they build more defenses. It should be the exact opposite. When you are really far behind, you should never build defenses, because then you will never have enough damage to actually kill someone and get the shutdown. And if you're really far ahead, you already deal enough damage, because that's how you got your lead in the first place. You need some defenses, because otherwise you're always at risk of dying and giving away a massive shutdown. This doesn't mean that you should build full tank after getting a lead, but it means that you should be aware that you are in a risky position when you are ahead. You either play extra careful and you build defenses, otherwise you risk giving up your lead. And then the final mistake, which is a pretty big one, not pushing minions before objectives and fights. Before any objective or fight, the winning team should always push the lanes out, and that is for two major reasons. If they win the fight, the minions are already pushed and they can easily take towers and build an even bigger gold lead. And if they somehow lose the fight due to misplay, which can happen, the minions are pushed and the other team can't get the minions and push towers in time before everyone respawns and gets back on the map. If they still try to push, they get collapsed on by the respawning team who has spent all their gold, and it causes the losing team to be even further behind. Pushing minions is really important, so when you are behind and you know that you're going to lose the objective, try to push out every lane to make it super hard for the winning team to get to your towers. Waste their time, be annoying with the side lanes. That's why people hate champions like Tryndamere or Illaoi or Yorick, because even if these champions lose the lane super hard, they are only going to split in the side lane and create pressure. You have to answer it, otherwise they get gold and towers for free and they come back into the game uncontested. So if we do a little recap here, you should now understand that a comeback does not happen because you are doing something right. It happens because the winning team is making huge mistakes. That's the crucial part. When we are in a losing position, we are fine with trading objectives because at least we are still getting something and we are not being choked out. And when we are winning, trading objectives is bad because we are not expanding our lead, we are just going even. When we have a deficit, we look at the enemy champions who are ahead and we watch what they are doing. Are they playing recklessly? Then we take advantage of it, try to fight and get the shutdown gold and XP, because that is a massive swing in the game. We build defensive items when ahead and offensive items when behind, not the other way around. And before every objective, the winning team needs to push out the lanes, otherwise they risk a huge gold swing if they somehow lose a fight. The losing team should never contest an objective 5 vs 5 if they are down in gold, items and XP. Only Baron or Dragon Soul should be contested 5 vs 5, and even then it's probably not worth it. Push out all the lanes, be as annoying as you can, keep clearing waves and give yourself time to scale up or the enemy team time to make more mistakes. You're not going to win every game from behind, but at least now you should know what to look for, and the odds of you winning a game from behind have improved a bit after watching this video. There are still of course many things to talk about, things like champion scaling, item efficiencies or objective bounties, but that's coming in another video very soon. If you found this video helpful, then consider liking the video as it helps out a lot with the algorithm. And if you don't want to miss out the next one, subscribe to the channel and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.